Why so glum, chum?
I can't find a way to get my full group to one spot without taking all these cars.
You haven't heard of Denwall Transportation? They have luxury seating buses with air conditioning, outlets to charge your phone, and other must-haves for traveling.
Whoa, no way!
Yeah, you should check them out.
Where can I find them?
You can follow them on Facebook or denwalltransportation.com, or hey, let's give them a call at 605-532-3836. Denwall Transportation, let us do the drive.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Protect what matters most with the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, American Family Insurance. Our personalized insurance solutions ensure you're covered, no matter what life throws your way. From home and auto to farm, commercial, and life, we tailor policies to fit your unique needs. With our dedicated team and exceptional service, you'll have peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC.
Best of luck in today's competition to the Pierre Governors from Black Sheep Agronomy, your local agronomy experts. Black Sheep Agronomy wants you to have a successful farm plan, and they're focused on products and practices that work in this region. As community members themselves, Tyler, Tice, and Austin support area students who work hard in their school and extracurricular activities. Good luck, Governors, from Black Sheep Agronomy. Call 842-6104 for all your agronomy needs.
Stay in a beautiful Black Hills vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at dancingsky.com.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Getting ready to head out to the game or getting back afterwards? DJ Senix is a must before or after your travels. DJ Senix has a great selection of hot and cold snacks. They're second to none for your choice of hot or cold beverages too. And when you're heading out, be sure to fuel up with quality from the pumps at DJ's with 3 different grades. Back late? No problem. DJ's features pay at the pump convenience 24 hours a day. DJ Senix, 507 West Sioux and Pierre. Your choice for quality service and selection.
At Dakota Behavioral Health, we offer comprehensive mental health services, including medication management. With offices in Pierre and Winter, we provide in-person and telehealth appointments to fit your schedule. Whether you're managing anxiety, depression, stress, or other concerns, our compassionate team is here to help. We are currently accepting new clients, so take the first step toward better mental health today. Call Dakota Behavioral Health at 605-702-6769 or visit dakotabh.com to schedule your appointment.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Explore the 2023 Lincoln Navigator at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Every time you approach your Lincoln, you'll receive a re-carpet welcome. Twin turbocharged 3.5 V6 engine with auto start-stop technology, you'll travel confidently with technology that meets all your needs. Now you can get the 2023 Navigator for 5.9% at 72 months. Stop in to see the full vehicle lineup at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Capital City Ford in Pierre, South Dakota.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal
Corner. Hello, everybody. I'm Justin Coward here, ready to bring you some basketball action between the Pierre Governors and the visiting Sioux Falls Roosevelt Cavaliers here this evening. It's actually the Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers. I don't know why I said Roosevelt. We've got Roosevelt coming up later this week. But here tonight, both of these teams looking to continue climbing the ladder in Region AA. As I mentioned, postseason right around the corner. And for Sioux Falls Jefferson, they sit at 9-9 on the season. They are 10th in Region AA. So they're on the outside looking in terms of hosting a home playoff game. For the Pierre Governors here at home, 11-6. They sit at 7th in Region AA. Interestingly enough, they were sitting in 6th just one day ago, but they got bumped back because of a team hopping in front of them. We believe Spearfish is in that 6th spot now, so Pierre has been pushed back to that 7th spot, which brings us to our next point. It's not about winning games. Winning games is important, but it's almost more important to win because you don't get a loss, if that makes any sense. Losses drag you down. Wins can't really bump you up in the standings much, but losses can really deflate you and pull you down. And the goal of this Pierre Governors squad is to host a home playoff game here in this building, and they've got to continue their great regular season play to do so. Let's look ahead at the upcoming schedule for both the Pierre Governors and the Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers. They have got, for the Govs, they go on the road on the 28th, which is this Friday, to take on Sioux Falls Roosevelt. That's the team that I mistakenly was talking about here tonight. All the Sioux Falls teams getting mixed together. And then they follow it up with a home game here against Watertown on March 1st. So for the Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers, they finish their regular season at home after they wrap up with the Govs here tonight on Friday evening with a 10-7 Aberdeen Central team. So it's going to be two tough tests for the Govs finishing and two tough tests for the Jefferson Cavaliers to finish out the regular season. When we look at the record here for the final two opponents for the Govs, Sioux Falls Roosevelt sits at 7-11, Watertown at 7-11. But nothing comes easy in Region AA. You can ask any team that plays basketball in that region. For Sioux Falls Jefferson, they sit at 9-9 on the season. When we look back, it's kind of been a season of streaks for them. They had put together a nice little 4-game win streak against Yankton, Harrisburg, Huron, and Sioux Falls Roosevelt. But then they followed that up with two tough losses. One to Mitchell by 7 points, who sits at 13-5 on the season. Then a really uncharacteristic loss to Watertown on the road. 37-50 is how they went down. But they salvaged it with a win against a good Brookings team that this Pierre Governors team got to take care of a couple weeks ago. 66-45 was the final there. They went on the road and got beat pretty good by a very good Marshall team. This Marshall team only has one loss on the season. They sit at 25-1, and then they beat Sioux Falls Lincoln 55-38. And Sioux Falls Lincoln, as you might know, sits with only one win on the season. For this Governor squad, boy, have they been playing some great basketball lately. Only 2 losses in their last couple games. You look back, they've got 4 wins in a row. It's 6 of their last 8 games have been wins for the Govs. There are only 2 losses, an uncharacteristic loss on the road to T-Area, 55-48. Before that, it was on the road against an undefeated O'Gorman team who still sits at 18-0 on the season. And it really feels like nobody's getting through that O'Gorman team. But I will say, the Govs showed some fight against the O'Gorman team on the road, and they were in there for about that first half of the ball game. So it was a good showing there, and it can only be, help you boost up in this regular season playing good teams. And this is a good Sioux Falls Jefferson team here tonight that the Govs will be taking on. Well, folks, we want to give a big thanks to all of our sponsors who make broadcasting Governor basketball possible here on KGFX. Our friends at Beck Motors, Bank West, Dakota Storm Roofing, Superior Concrete, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, Ranky Gray Wealth Management, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Dakota Mart, Access Health, May Adam, TMA, Avera Health, First Dakota National Bank, Slumberland Furniture and Pierre, American Bank and Trust, the Pierre Regional Airport, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Ramcota Hotel, Xander Auto Parts, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Birding Electric, Bauman Lumber, Wegner Auto, Kathy Sun and Shine Properties, and Black Hills Federal Credit Union. Well, it's a pep band night here tonight for the Govs, and I'll tell you what, they sound good over there. They're right here next to us, and I'll tell you, the vibes are high here in this building as the Govs look to close out this regular season strong here at home. Only 2 games remain for them, as I mentioned. And I want to go back to a big win for the Govs before they beat Sioux Falls Lincoln. They took down a 13-5 Mitchell team, 48-47, and boy, oh boy, was that one an instant classic. Now, you have to tip your cap to the Mitchell Colonels in that game because the Govs got out to a pretty sizable lead, but in that fourth quarter, Mitchell was able to kind of chip away, get a lot of turnovers, hit some big shots, but it was Addison Soma and Grace Richter in the paint, stopping C.C. Morgan on a turnaround jumper, and then Richter blocking Morgan as well to end the game right there. And boy, the Govs rushed the floor, and that felt like a momentum jolt into the final couple games of this regular season, and we'll see if that momentum continues here tonight. Well, folks, on your way to the game here, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety celebrates being part of the team and reminds you the snow means slow. Drive the conditions this winter. You've got someplace to be. And if you've been outside at all today, you know that the winter months are getting behind us and the warm weather is right around the corner. But I've been told by the Pierre faithful and the Pierre natives to expect one more snowstorm coming up here in March. And so we're going to listen to the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. We're going to drive slow this winter as there's only a couple weeks left. And I can't wait to have a new ad read from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety come spring and summertime. But with the winter ending, regular season ending, postseason right around the corner, and bringing that more meaningful high school basketball games. Well, folks, we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we'll get to our first Fidelity Bank keys to success. We'll meet the starting lineups, and we'll get this thing tipped off. You're listening to Regional High School Basketball. It's the Govs. It's the Cavaliers. It's on KGFX on a Tuesday night in Pierre, South Dakota.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
The best way to get through winter is to start planning for spring. And Grossenberg has new Honda walk-behind self-propelled mowers in stock. 3 models to choose from, residential up to commercial grade, starting at $900. Each mower features a powerful, reliable Honda GVC 200 engine, cruise control, and roto-stop technology that allows you to step away from the mower without stopping the engine. Get ready for spring with a new Honda mower from Grossenberg. Stop by one of our 9 locations today or go to grossenberg.com for more details.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Todd Sandel today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box.
From Riggs High as the Govs are taking on the Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers. The Cavs sit at 9-9, trying to get the win here on the road, improve to 10-9. They sit 10th in Region AA. And for the Govs, after that win against Mitchell, who sits 5th in Region AA, they bumped up a spot to 6. But whatever happened in the standings, without them doing anything, they beat Sioux Falls Lincoln, which was Sioux Falls Lincoln sitting at 1-17. That wasn't going to give them a bunch of points, but they did fall. And that just kind of reiterates a point I was making a little bit earlier in our pregame show. It is crucially important to win, not because you want to get wins, but because losses drag you down in the standings. And for the Govs, they play really well at home. They played well on the road too, but when you get into Region AA, a lot of these teams and a lot of the better teams are over in the Sioux Falls area. That's a 3.5 hour drive, and you never know what kind of weather could come up. That's a long time sitting in the bus. You got to get off, stretch the legs, and then try to go into a hostile environment and try to win a tough game against a tough opponent. So that's why it's crucially important for the Govs to continue winning, try to sit right where they're at in 7th, maybe boost up to 6th, and try to host a home playoff game here at home. Well, folks, it's a perfect time to parlay right into our keys to success. Before we do that, let's hear a word from our friends who sponsor our keys to success, our friends at First Fidelity Bank.
A fullback crunches off tackle for an 8-yarder. A volleyballer crunches an ace into the corner. The crunch of a ball on a bat. Or a single leg takedown to the mat. Here's to the ones who come through when the pressure's on. Crunch time, so to speak. For you, we do more than run the numbers. We crunch them. First Fidelity. Born to bank. Member FDIC.
And our keys to success tonight, starting with the Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers. This is a team that can score a lot of points on offense, and they have done so in their wins throughout the season. They scored 55 against Lincoln in their win, 66 in their win against Brookings, 62 against Roosevelt, 58-66. The list goes on and on. So this team can score some offensive points. Where they have struggled this season has been against good defensive teams. Against Marshall, they only scored 43. Against Watertown, only scored 37. Against Washington, they scored 39 and 40 against Rapid City Stevens. And one thing about this Pierre Governor team, their defense is astounding. They are swarming. They're always right up in your grill, right in your kitchen, active hands. They never take a play off. And so it's going to be important for Jefferson here this evening to control the ball, not turn it over, and be smart with your passes. They cannot afford to be giving over and turning over the ball willy-nilly and giving the Govs opportunities, because what the Govs have done so well this season with that defense is generate offense. And now over to the Govs side for the keys to success is going to be able to generating that defense that we've seen all season long. It's players like Grace Richter, Gracelyn Taylor, Jasmine Yost when she comes in off the bench. Those three, and along with some others, have been outstanding at getting their hand in some passing lanes. When offensive players that they're playing against pick up their dribble and start looking for that next outlet pass, Gracelyn Taylor kind of sees that as an open door to come in and bat that ball down and create a steal. So a lot of the Govs offense really comes from their defense. Now, on the offensive side, it's two names to keep an eye out and an ear out for here this evening. It's Lennox Dupree and Emery Larson. Two very, very great players, but two very lethal players when it comes to where they can score on the floor. Lennox Dupree is amazing at driving the lane, cutting through defenders, finding her way in front of the rim. That is kind of her bread and butter. She sees blood in the water when she sees defenses start to play zone because she can find the pockets in those 2-3 zone defenses and knife her way through. So it'll be interesting to see if we see some man defense out of Jefferson. Now, on Emery Larson's side, she is an outside shooter to the T. She can hit it from anywhere on the floor, and when she catches the ball, she is a quick shooter, too. She doesn't hold on to it very long. So that's one of the things that Emery Larson does so well is find open shots from outside. Even when they're contested, she doesn't care. So if Emery Larson can get going, and Lennox Dupree, who has been in a bit of a slump lately scoring-wise because of a couple injuries and some things that have been nagging, then the Govs might be in good position. Now, will we see a 31-point performance out of Lennox Dupree tonight? Probably not. Could it happen? Absolutely. Will we see a double-digit game out of Emery Larson tonight? Probably. Will she get up into the 25s, even push the 30s? Probably not, but it's got to be a team effort. One thing that has kind of hurt the Govs just a little bit throughout the season is not distributing the scoring around enough. Yes, it's great when Lennox Dupree scores 31 points, but I think one thing that Kirk Bebout, the head coach of the Pierre Governors, would like to see here tonight is a little bit more of dispersing points throughout his starting five and when he gets players off the bench. So that's going to be important tonight for the Govs, and that was our first Fidelity Bank Keys to Success. All right, folks, let's meet our game officials here tonight that are going to be keeping things in between the lines. Before we do that, let's hear a word from our friends who sponsor our introduction of game officials, our friends at the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection.
Look at all the pictures of the resort you'd stay in every year. All you need to do is pay reasonable maintenance fees once a year. With any contract that you're signing, read and understand everything. What happens if you cancel? Can you get out of this contract? If you feel pushed into signing the contract, you need to stop and take a step back. If you have questions, contact the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
And our officials tonight, Miss Genevieve DeMan Osborne, Jesse Strichers, and Royce Wurtzer. Those three officials are kind of a dime a dozen. We need more officials here in the state, as the SDHSA is always looking for more great officials. And if you've never thought about maybe getting yourself involved and trying to give back to the sport, you can always get involved by becoming an official. And I always say this, and Darren Boyle makes fun of me a little bit, but I think there's no better place to start being an official than in the state of South Dakota. I mean, the people here are as nice as they come, so not like very often you're going to hear some chirping from the crowd. So if you've ever loved the game of basketball, if you ever thought about getting involved, get involved with officiating. You could change some lives and make an impact. All right, folks, let's take one more quick break. When we come back, we're going to introduce you to the starting five, and we are going to get this thing tipped off. You're listening to regional high school basketball coverage ahead of Pierre versus Sioux Falls Jefferson on KGFX and streaming on drgnews.com.
This winter, innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Ready to gain an edge in your career?
Tide Machinery's Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy hands-on work experience, learn from factory-trained service experts, and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Tide Machinery, Highmore, Miller, and Pierre, your local Case IH dealer. Visit TitanMachinery.com/careers to learn more.
The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
Do you have a
Welcome
pest
back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Roofing Company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to DakotaStormRoofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
At Avera Orthopedics. Bats, ants, termites. Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
DRG Media.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Look no further than Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Welcome back, everybody. We are getting set for tip-off here. The starting five have been announced for the Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers. Let's meet them. Miss Abby Horner, a junior. Taylor Silvernail, a sophomore. The only senior starting here for the Cavaliers. The only senior on their roster, Peyton Kroll. Brintley Altenberg, a sophomore guard, and Alea Johnson, a junior forward, rounds out the starting five. They are led by Shantava Pruitt as their head coach. For the Pierre Governors, the original starting five, the normal: Emery Larson, Lennox Dupree, Gracelyn Taylor, Grace Richter, and Addison Soma, led by head coach Kirk Beebout. The Govs are in their home whites with Pierre arched across the chest in Governor green with their green numerals underneath, stripes in green and white down the shorts. The Cavaliers in their road darker forest greens with Jefferson in gold across the chest, straight in numerals underneath in gold as well. It'll be Richter and Altenberg at midcourt for the tip. As Mr. Man Osborne comes towards midcourt, tosses it up in the air. Richter wins the tip, and we are underway here late in the regular season as the Govs and the Cavaliers both looking for a big regular season victory. Lennox Dupree wants to start it off with a three-pointer. That's going to be off the mark, and it bounces out of bounds over near the Cavaliers bench. Taylor Silvernail chased that one down, wisely letting it go out of bounds. Pep Band night, readout night here for the student section. That pep band sounds great. Wish we had them every week here. It just kind of adds a bit of excitement here into the building. Abby Horner with the ball, dumps it off quickly. That's Peyton Kroll who dumps it down to Altenberg in the paint. That shot is up and no good. The deflection by Grace Richter gets her the steal and the rebound as Emery Larson has it in the corner. Quick pass up to Dupree, gets it right back to Larson. Now Dupree at the top of the key. Quick pass inside is picked off, but now lost, and Addison Soma gets the fortuitous bounce right to her and lays it up and in. Gracelyn Taylor was trying to fit that into a window that wasn't there. Altenberg got her hand in there, deflected it away, but it bounced right to Addison Soma. And she was fortunate to have a wide open rim right in front of her. Cavaliers back to work. Shot is off the mark, off the back iron from Altenberg. It's a quick shot from the Cavaliers into that shot clock, rebounded by the Govs. Govs back on the offensive attack here. Here's Emery Larson. What a great feed from Addison Soma. And Larson, who can hit it from pretty much anywhere on the floor, couldn't hit it from about 2 feet away. I think he gave her 100 attempts at that one in an open gym. She's making all 100, just to kind of give you an idea of how uncharacteristic that miss was. But characteristic of Gracelyn Taylor almost generating a steal here on the defensive end. It is going to be saved by the Cavaliers. Now Altenberg has it with 13 on the shot clock, dribbling on the left side wing. Now pulling it back out. Here's a swing up to the top for Kroll. Kroll tries to overhand pass it underneath to the baseline. That is stolen away by Gracelyn Taylor. What a steal, and now a long pass is errant up ahead from Lennox Dupree. I think she was trying to find Grace Richter on the outlet. That's a play that's worked all season long for the Govs. They seemingly always have somebody that's free running down the floor on a steal because they do generate so many steals. I think they've kind of gotten muscle memory of running out back the other way. Here's a nice take and a block inside by Soma, but it's going to be whistled for a foul. There was a lot of ball on there, but a little bit of arm as well. So Addison Soma will draw her first foul. That was against Abby Horner, so she will head to the line. Horner was driving down in the right lane. She actually had a wide open lane to take that in. Soma did a nice job covering over to it as Horner knocks down the first free throw. Soma's a good physical player. She and Richter always kind of getting it mixed up. Now, it does lead to a couple fouls. Those two will get in foul trouble pretty frequently, but it's just kind of comes with the cause. That's part of playing the position down there in the paint. Ball is inbounded. The press is on, and the Cavaliers are able to generate a steal out of it. Lennox Dupree with her second errant pass of this first quarter. That's her second turnover. Here's a shot from Alea Johnson. That's up and no good. Strong rebound pulled down by Silvernail. That's no good. And another rebound by the Cavaliers, Abby Horner. But now there's going to be a tie-up and a jump ball. The Govs faithful that made their way out here tonight wanted to travel there. Good crowd on hand. They know how well their Governors have been playing this season. Boys are on the road in Sioux Falls taking on Jefferson tonight. Brian Oakland's got the coverage on River 92.7. Here's a high pass, and that's going to go over and back. As Peyton Kroll chased it down, she contacted it on the plus side of the floor and went through her hands. It bounced across midcourt. She didn't cross midcourt, but the ball did when she dribbled it. So that'll be an over and back, so the Govs get the benefit of the turnover. We're tied at 2 apiece on our Wegner Auto scoreboard here. Richter swinging it to the left side corner. Now a cross-court pass to Dupree, far side. Now back to Taylor. Taylor heaves a quick three. Off the back iron, no good. Fight for the rebound is going to be won by Abby Horner and the Cavaliers. Quick pass up ahead for Altenberg. Almost lost out of bounds, but controlled. Now at the top of the key, quick pass across to Silvernail. Silvernail takes it down towards the baseline. Now swings back out to the top of the key for Johnson. Good hands by Lennox Dupree. Pops it out, and Grace Richter has it bounce right to her, and the Govs are back on offense. Quick pass to the elbow for Soma. She has it popped away. More good hands, this time by Peyton Kroll of the Cavaliers. And another steal. It's a little bit helter-skelter here to start. Turnovers going both ways here early. And another foul. That's going to be whistled on Graceland Taylor for the reach-in. We've got Haley Hansen back in the studio and Brian Menning doing the camera work if you're watching on drgnews.com. From Brian Menning's vantage point, the Govs are attacking from left to right. Cavaliers from right to left. We're on the other side, so the Govs are attacking for us right to left. Cavaliers going to our right. And on your radio dial from my vantage point, Cavaliers trying to score it to the right side. Here's a quick pass down low from A.C. Bryant, who's just checked in, and the layup is up and good. Abby Horner with the 2, and it's 4-2. Cavaliers out in front. Emery Larson with a quick cross-court pass. Governors on the plus side. Dupree just inside the Here logo at midcourt. Looking for a chest pass. One-handed dribble to the left side. Quick pass to Taylor, and she missed almost everything on that shot. Soma saved it out of bounds, but it's off the hand of Lennox Dupree and out of bounds. So the Govs trying to get their shot, and both teams just feeling each other out. Two really good teams in Region AA. There really isn't any 4 teams in Region AA. This is the cream of the crop of South Dakota high school girls basketball. And I know everybody kind of looking up at O'Gorman just because they are the kind of the goal to get to. Here's another steal by Altenberg. Altenberg takes it coast to coast, and a strong left-handed layup goes for the Cavs. They're up 6-2. They are full court pressing here for the Govs. Pierre's had a little bit of an issue with that press so far. They're able to beat it this time around. Here's a deep 3 from Larson. That's off the back iron, no good. Bounces right out to Macy Bryant. She's now taking it with speed, coast to coast. Bounce pass through for Silvernair. She lays it up and in for the 2. And it's 8-2 now with 3:12 remaining here in the first quarter. Beat out, letting it play out. 2-on-1 back on the other end as the Govs beat the press. Grace Richter tried to feed it in for Molly Olson, but it careened off a defender and off the backboard. Jefferson got it. Here's a quick 3 from Altenberg. That is no good off the back iron. They're still trying to feel each other out, but they're going at breakneck speed. Here's Dupree from Warner. What a 3 for Dupree. She was midway between half court and the 3-point line, and she knocked it down nothing but net. And there's the timeout from Kirk Bebout. And as always, our timeouts are sponsored by AgTegra. Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local AgTegra cooperative today. Well, we'll let the band play. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this short break. It's 8-5. Cavaliers lead.
the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Our hash mark over the middle and wide open at the 30-yard line. Carter shuffle by and touchdown. Here's Olsen, plenty of time, 3 seconds, gets to shoot, and it's good for 3.
From football, volleyball, and soccer to basketball, wrestling, and softball, follow the Pierre Governors on the official voice of the Govs, River 92.7, and also on the River 92.7 page of the DRG News smartphone app and drgnews.com.
Briggs Trucking. Back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union press box.
44 remaining here in the first quarter. Kirk Bebout with his final words of instruction. Shantava Pruitt down on one knee. Couple high fives going around in the Cavaliers huddle. You know, I was thinking about our great cameraman Brian Menning last night as Haley Hansen and I were covering the Stanley County and Lyman game. What a comeback for the Buffaloes. Thought we might have another crazy comeback and buzzer beater. Brian Menning called one of those for Joey Fisher and the Buffs years ago. Good to see Menning back on the camera. Good to see Lennox Dupree with another steal here for the Govs. Grace Richter strong inside, gets the left-handed finish. And just like that, out of the timeout, Grace Richter's 2 makes it a 1-point deficit for the Govs. Here's more good defense, this time on the behalf of Graceland Taylor, who generates another steal. Back-to-back steals for the Govs. We'll see if they can make it 3 straight baskets. Taylor on the left side wing. Quick kick to Larson. She's open for a deep 3, and she knocks it down. So now the lid is off the rim for the Govs, and they're in front 10-8. And another steal, this time Dupree on an error pass. Richter with the pass ahead in the layup. Time out. Just like that, the Govs flip it on their head. They're leading 12-8. What a run there by the Governors. It's a 30-second Agtegra timeout. We'll stay with it right here. And remind you, acres ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. A lot of good basketball going on around the state tonight. Regions A and B got their first round of the playoffs underway this evening. Region AA, but a lot of teams trying to vie for those valuable home playoff positions. We'll bring you some scores as we get to our CHS River Plains halftime show. And then we got a whistle after Altenburg inbounded it. I don't think the officials were ready for that one. So they'll set up and do it again. Altenburg gets it into Horner. Horner right back to Altenburg, and Altenburg blows right by the Governor's press, but a pass is picked off by Taylor. That's 4 steals on the last 4 possessions for the Governors. Something they do so well, coming in handy here as they lead by 4. Emery Larson open again. The student section wanted her to heave the 3. Now she dumps it into Dupree. Now finds Olsen in the corner for a 3, and Molly Olsen knocks down the deep shot. 3 threes from 3 different Governors in this first quarter has them out to a 15-8 lead. Tell you, things were a little bit shaky there in the first couple minutes of this first quarter. And now we've got a whistle. And they're going to say that was 5-second violation. So make that 5 straight possessions for the Jefferson Cavaliers that have ended in turnovers. And if my memory serves correctly, all of those turnovers have led to baskets here for the Govs. We'll see if they can keep that streak going. Here's Molly Olsen on the right side wing. Kicks out to Taylor for 3, and that one rolls in. 4 different Govs with a 3-pointer here in the first period of play. Capitalizing on the steals. Here's Altenburg cutting through defenders. Can't get it to go. Knocks off the front of the iron. Emery Larson with a rebound, and now Graceland Taylor dribbling up with the right hand. Larson finds herself open at the top of the key. She can't hit it, but bounces right to Dupree. Left-handed layup is no good. Altenburg with the rebound for the Cavs. Shot clock shut off. 25 seconds to play here in the first quarter on the Wegner Auto scoreboard. Handed off to Kroll, dumped down inside to Abby Horner, who tried to feed it to Peyton Kroll. Went right through the hands of the Cavalier offensive player, Peyton Kroll, and right into the waiting hands of the Govs. Here's Lennox Dupree slowing things down. 4 on the game clock. Handed off to Taylor. Swung to Larson. from the parking lot for Larson off the front iron, and there's the buzzer. But the Govs, who are trailing 8-2, go on a 16-0 run to end the first quarter. They lead 18-8. We'll be right back with the start of the second quarter after this short break. You're listening to Regional High School Girls Basketball on KGFX.
Taking care of you.
Provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Scott Darno back to the Owyhee Federal Credit.
Part of the second quarter. What a run for the Govs. They've scored the last 16 points. And they lead 18-8. Here's a quick kick to Richter in the left side corner. Back up to the top for Graceland Taylor. Now dumps it to the free throw line for Lennox Dupree. Now good passing from Grace Richter. Finds Lennox Dupree wide open in front of the rim, and she lays it in. Graceland Taylor passed it to Richter, who touched it for about a quarter of a second. And she found Dupree in the lane, 20-8. And now a foul down low. They're going to say Abby Horner got fouled. We'll check the number. So they're going to say that was on 10 white. Unfortunately, there's not a 10 white out there on the floor. I guess they are going to tag that to Emery Larson. I think Genevieve saw the left side of her jersey, saw the 1. Thought there was a 0 next to it. Either way, Abby Horner knocks down both free throws. So the scoring drought comes to an end, and now a steal away from the Cavs. The pass from Emery Larson goes off the back of Grace Richter and right in the hands of Abby Horner. Here's a drive from Altenberg. Strong left-handed layup goes in for Brindley Altenberg. Tell you, she can really get to the rim and finish strong. But the Govs have the three-point shot falling. Here's Dupree taking a shot at another deep three. That's off the back iron. No good. Rebounded by Abby Horner. Horner picked up by Graceland Taylor. Fed inside and stolen away by Dupree. Dupree in front of the student section. They're leaving Emery Larson open again. She can't hit that three. I'll tell you, that's playing with fire, leaving Emery Larson with some space outside. She's made them pay once tonight. Won't be the last time. Here's a drive from Altenberg, spinning in the lane, puts up the mid-range jumper. That's no good. Ball popcorns around a couple hands and finally comes to rest out of bounds. They're going to say that stays with the Cavs. Baylor Silvernair and Mason Bryant back into the ball game for the Cavaliers. Soma checks in for Molly Olson. Molly Olson checks out with 3 points, hitting a nice three-pointer from the corner. And Bebop must have heard us, as there's 6 different Governors on the stat sheet scoring. All 5 starters, and then Molly Olson have had buckets here tonight. Here's a strong shot from Peyton Kroll that bounces into the net through the backboard, off the backboard, I should say. Wisely using the glass, trapped in the far side corner on Lennox Dupree, will be batted out of bounds. They stay with the Govs. Grace Richter will inbound from deep in her own corner. It's a dangerous spot here, especially with the Cavs running that full court press. Taylor's trapped along the sideline, feeds it towards the middle of the floor for Richter. Richter now dribbling. Comes to a jump stop at the top. Swung to Taylor. She's open for 3, and she knocks it down. I don't know if the Cavs got the memo, but the Govs are one of the better shooting teams from outside the arc. And they're making the Cavs pay. Here's a Graceland Taylor foul underneath. Beat out didn't like that call. Leia Johnson will head to the line. That's Taylor's second foul. 23-14. Cavs have done a nice job bouncing back from the onslaught of buckets to end that first quarter from the Govs, and they've been good at the free throw line. Leah Johnson knocks down the first. Graceland Taylor will hit the bench. Molly Olson back into the game after a short break. Johnson's second free throw. High arching free throw just falls softly through the net. That's a big key. You got to be a good free throw shooting if you want to make a deep run in the Sodak 16. Here's Grace Richter splitting through two defenders, and now she has her pass batted down and taken away by Abby Horner. Horner coast to coast, too strong off the glass, but she is fouled. That's going to be on Grace Richter, her first. Already the third team foul for the Govs here in the second quarter. 5:32 remaining. Horner knocks down the first free throw. Horner squatting and firing, and she knocks down the second. 23-18, 5-point lead for the Govs. Cavs have cut that down from a 10-point deficit at the start of the second quarter. Govs back to work on offense. Soma from the box, cross-court pass to Olsen. Lennox Dupree pump fakes a three, steps down inside the lane. Larson from the top of the key, can't hit the three, but right to Dupree, and she cleans it up. So Dupree has got her third basket of the ball game. 7 points for Lennox Dupree. Here's a quick three from Macy. And Macy Bryant can't hit it. Bounces around, falls into the hands of Dupree. Dupree dribbling behind her back, trying to shake the Jefferson defender. Now calling for some help. Pushes it into Soma. And now we've got a foul off the ball. They're going to get Altenberg. Now they'll change that call. They're going to say Alea Johnson. He was pointing at Altenberg. That's Johnson's first foul. Dupree quickly into Richter. Turnaround quick shot from Richter. Gets the friendly roll and falls in. Richter's got 6. Cubs lead by 9. Altenberg on the far side wing, working on Emery Larson. Spins down as she drives into the lane, and now they're going to get a foul on the floor. I'm going to say that Molly Olson grabbed a piece of Altenberg as she was spinning by. Altenberg will inbound here for the Cavaliers, and the pass is in. Was that deflected on its way out? They're going to say, oh, there are two different officials pointing two different ways. Kirk Bebout is about as confused as I am, but finally, they're going to say that was not deflected, and it was just an errant pass from Altenberg intended for Peyton Kroll. So another turnover for the Cavs gives the ball right back to the Govs. Lennox Dupree trotting up the floor, trying to get by Macy Bryant. Now falls down onto her chest. Ball is batted away by Macy Bryant, and that'll traverse all the way back to the other end of the floor. It'll stay with the Govs. Lennox Dupree did a nice job of not traveling as she fell down to the floor. Somehow was able to continue dribbling. And now she just dribbles through 3 Jefferson defenders, gets it across midcourt, spins on a dime. Now she controls, gives off to Richter, gives it right back. Here's Olsen in the corner for 3. 5 on the shot clock. Quick shot for Olsen. That's too strong. And Silvernail has the rebound. Quick pass up to Altenberg. Altenberg wants 3. That's a bit too strong and bounces right out to Richter. Richter wraps up the rebound. Govs fans wanted a foul on Silvernail. Didn't get it. Olsen in the corner. Trying to shove it into Soma down low. That's going to be deflected out of play by Addison Warnke. Kroll and Johnson back into the game for the Cavs. Macy Bryant and Abby Horner taking a seat. 27-18 is the score on the Wegner Auto scoreboard. 3:36 remaining here in the second quarter. Richter in the corner gives it back to Olsen. Olsen thought about three. She's hit one tonight. Had a decent look at another. Now Larson's got it. Over to the other side of the corner for Molly Olsen. Now a bounce pass inside for Soma. Nice little shoulder fake from Soma. And she turns around and drops it in for two. We back up to 11. Altenberg picked up by Richter at midcourt. Now shifting and changing directions. Pulls up from the elbow and knocks it down. Altenberg is kind of like the Lennox Dupree for the Cavaliers. Kind of makes the whole offense go. I don't have to say Altenberg is probably the fastest player on the floor. She can get from point A to point B in the blink of an eye. And Lennox Dupree outside the arc. Tried to kick to Larson. Larson was open on the left side wing, and luckily for the Cavs, Altenberg was able to deflect that pass before Emery Larson Shirley had an open look at three. Richter will inbound in front of a sea of red. That is the Governor student section. Olsen gives up to Larson. Shot clock under 10. Here's Dupree from the corner. That one is off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Horner. 2:20 to play here in the first half. Warnke driving. She's going to get fouled, and I believe they're pointing at Molly Olsen. So that'll be the 15th foul for the Govs. That'll send Warnke to the line. Cavs have been outstanding from the free throw line, only missing one thus far tonight. Warnke continues the good work from the charity stripe, knocks down her first shot of the ball game. Warnke with 1 point, 1 foul. Warnke, a patient free throw shooter. Deep breath, now fires. That one too strong, and it'll be batted out by Abby Horner after Grace Richter got the rebound. So 1 for 2 from the line for Warnke. 29-21, 2:15 here to play in the first half. Richter is fouled, almost tripped and fell down to the floor. Peyton Kroll just kind of stuck her hip in front of Richter as she was driving by. Third team foul for the Cavs. First from Peyton Kroll. Dupree dribbling and looking up the floor, trying to figure out where she wants to go. Here's Larson on the left side wing. Dupree open in the corner now, drives by the defender, kicks out to Larson. Larson's open. That's just a bit short. And the rebound is fought for and won by Dupree, but it bounces off her knee and out of bounds. Larson's got 1 3-pointer made tonight. She's 1 for 4 by my count. The other 3 have just been a little bit short. She has been taking them from well outside the arc. Cavs back to work on offense. Here's a feed inside. Now kicked back out to Altenberg. Altenberg now dribbling off to the right. Spinning, now moving to her left. Pulls up. Strong flat line shot is going to be off the mark, but another foul is going to be called down low. And that's another foul against Molly Olsen. That is her third. So Jasmine Yost will head to the scores table, likely going to check out Olsen. Horner's first free throw is on the way and good. Horner's had a nice night so far. She's got 9 points. She leads both teams in scoring. Looking to make it double digits here, and she does as she knocks down the second free throw. 90 seconds to play. Govs looking for a basket. They've gone a bit cold here, and they will turn it over yet again. The pass was intended for Emery Larson, a bit too high up and over her head as she tried to field it. Rolled off her left fingertip and bounced out of bounds. Taylor Silvernail will check back into the game for the Cavs. Altenberg on the other end of the floor will inbound it. Gets it to Horner. Horner driving, bounces it through to Johnson. Johnson gives up to Altenberg. Pump faking a three is Altenberg now driving with the left hand. Fouled by Soma in the lane. And she will head to the line for two. So Altenberg is starting to force the issue down in the paint. It's giving the Govs some problems, especially on the foul side of things. Altenberg with a long toss in front with the backspin to bounce it right back to her, then fires quickly and knocks down the first free throw. 29-24, Cavs just hanging around, doing exactly what they need to against a good three-point shooting team. Getting fouls, making their free throws, and staying in the ballgame. Altenberg's second free throw on the way. Perfect spin, perfect shot. Press back on for the Cavs. Yost has it, gives up to Richter, and Dupree has it now across midcourt. Dupree to Yost on the left side wing. Dupree from way downtown, and that's off the mark. So the Govs are getting looks from outside, but the looks are from way outside. And I have to imagine Shantava Pruitt, head coach for the Cavs, is fine if they're going to take shots from that far outside the arc. Larson goes down in a heap, and the Cavs were able to exploit it. Taylor Silvernail was wide open, and she lays it up and in for two. And just like that, the Cavs have cut this to a 2-point deficit. 42 seconds to play here in the first half. 29-27 lead for the Govs. Here trying to carry some momentum into the halftime break. They had all the heat to end the first quarter. Cavs have stolen away the momentum. Richter on the wing. Kicks to Dupree at the top. Flotmeyer down low. Gives it back to Dupree. 10 on the shot clock. Dupree to Yost. Yost steps inside. Puts one up from the free throw line. Too strong off the glass. Altenberg to rebound. And she's going to slow things down with the shot clock shut off in 10 seconds to play. Richter trying to speed up the clock of Altenberg. Altenberg drives. Strong finish with the right hand for Altenberg, and we are tied at 29. That'll bring us to the end of the first half. That was a tale of two quarters. The Cavs had the second quarter. The Govs had the first. And, well, we find ourselves knotted up at the end of the first half of play. 29-29 on our Wegner Auto scoreboard. We welcome you into the CHS River Plains halftime show. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll take a look at some scores from around the state. And we'll get you set up for this second half of play. Should be a thriller. 29 all here from Pierre. Tied up as we head to the halftime break. We'll be right back in 3 minutes with more. You're listening live on KGFX and streaming TRGnews.com.
Spring is here.
Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
Olson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
You asked for it. Nonstop flights between Pierre and Minneapolis. Now you can book nonstop flights from Pierre to Minneapolis and Denver on Denver Air Connection. 1-hour flights on 50-passenger jets with fares starting at just $119 one way. Seats are limited and restrictions apply. Business, pleasure, a game, a winter getaway. It's easy when you fly from Pierre. Visit DenverAirConnection.com/Expedia to book your trip today. Skip the drive. Fly from Pierre Regional Airport. Minneapolis flights begin November 30th.
In a world that's always moving, your journey matters. And at Iverson Auto Group, we're here to get you on the road with a great selection of new and used vehicles and trailers, and keep you on the road with top-notch service, maintenance, and support. Every mile of your journey, the experienced team at Iverson Auto in Mitchell and Huron are here to help. Visit us in Mitchell and Huron or start your search at iversonauto.com to begin your journey today.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box.
Of Kathy Sunshine Properties. Purchasing or selling a home can be the largest investment you make. I invite you to choose our team to help you with the process. For over 48 years, our office has been successfully serving the buyers and sellers of the Pierre-Fort Pierre area with our professional service. It is our goal to provide you with superior service. Contact me, Tara Sunshine, at Kathy Sunshine Properties, 605-224-5588.
When you need building supplies, there's no need to go anywhere except to Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Bauman Lumber is locally owned and offers quality products, expert advice, free estimates, and free local delivery for large or small projects. Whether it's a home improvement project, remodel job, or all new construction, they even welcome special orders. Quality building materials and affordable prices for residential or commercial projects can be found at Bauman Lumber, 1223 Sale Barn Road, Fort Pierre, or call 223-9762.
Welcome into the CHS River Plains Halftime Show. Hello, everybody. I'm Justin Cowart. We've got Haley Hansen back on the DRG Media Group World Headquarters, keeping us up on air. Brian Menning on the camera tonight. If you're watching on drgnews.com, we got a good one going here, folks. At the half, 29 apiece. As it was a great first quarter finish for the Govs. They went on a 16-0 run to get up to an 18-8 lead. They got the second bucket to start the first, the first bucket to start the second quarter, out to a 20-8 lead. But then the Cavs, with some great free throw shooting, good defense, were able to claw their way back, and now they find themselves tied up at 29 apiece. Let's take a quick look at some scores from around the state here in Region AA on the girls' side. Foreman stays perfect, got the win over Huron 63-36. Granite Valley leading Mitchell 36-26 midway through the third quarter. Sioux Falls, Washington leading T-Area 36-13. Sturgis and Douglas just got underway. And we did hear from Brian Oakland. They are trailing 42-26 late in the second quarter. So we'll see if the Govs boys can pull out the win, come back, and try to find something on the road. And the Govs trying to do the same thing here as they're coming back down to the locker room here. It was a really good job by the Govs to spread out the offensive wealth a little bit. But you look down the stat sheet, you've got four different players making shots from outside. Gracelyn Taylor hit 2 threes. Emery Larson, Molly Olson, and Lennox Dupree all hitting a 3-point bucket. Grace Richter has got 6 points on 3 2-point baskets. And Addison Soma has got 4 points herself. And on the Cavs side, it's been Altenberg kind of coming to life there late in the second quarter. She kind of took things over, and you could see it at the start of this game. She is an outstanding young player, just really good at driving the lane and using her speed, and she knows how to use her physicality down in the lane, too. She's good at drawing fouls, got to the line a couple times, but it's just blitzing speed where she's able to get to the rim, and she can finish with the left hand or the right hand, and that's something you seldom see at the high school level, is somebody who can finish with both hands the way that Altenberg can. So it's going to be a very exciting second half for the Govs. They got to get the outside shot going a little bit more. They are taking good shots and getting open looks, but they're from about 3, 4, 5, and even 6 feet from outside the three-point arc. So, the Cavs are going to let them take those long three-point shots. And, that defensive game plan has proven to work a little bit here for the Cavs. So we'll see if the Govs can shake that off a little bit when we get the second half going here right after this short break. You've been listening to the CHS River Plains Halftime Show. We'll be back in 2.5 minutes with the start of the third quarter right here between the Govs and the Cavs on KGFX and streaming on DRGnews.com.
At Black Hills Federal
Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford in Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Being local means more than being just another small-town business. It means showing up for our member owners when they need us, supporting the organizations that empower the next generation of community leaders and agriculturalists, and providing resources to help ensure the communities we live in are here for generations to come. At AgTegra Cooperative, local isn't just about where our locations are. It's about serving our farmers, our employees, and our communities in ways that nobody else will.
Hey, Josie, why so
Back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union press box. Oahe Federal.
With a hometown touch, Venture Communications has been offering phone service since 1952. Today, Venture provides fiber-to-home service for 100% of their customers, which means super fast internet streaming of your favorite games and much more. Visit VentureCom with 2 M's, venturecom.net for more information or to pay your bill online.
At the start of the second half, they were just all amped up to play. They didn't even use the whole halftime break. They got back with about 43 seconds left on that 10-minute clock, and it started with a 2-point bucket for the Cavs. They are in front 31-29. Gracelyn Taylor misses a quick shot there on the offensive end for the Govs. Here comes Kroll back to work. Andy Horner feeding it inside for Alea Johnson, and she's got the 2, and just like that, Cavs back out in front by 4. Very reminiscent from the start of this game. And another turnover by the Govs. Altenberg takes it away. Here's a kick to the corner. 3-pointer for Silverdale. No good. And a nice stretch there from Grace Richter to get the defensive rebound. Dupree back to work. Dupree getting the call from Kirk Bebout on the bench. Dribbling back and forth with the right and the left hand. Larson feeds it inside for Richter. Richter trying to get that extra pass into Soma. Throws it right into 2 Cavs players. And it's stolen away. Here's a quick 3 from Altenberg. She is feeling it and knocks it down. And the Cavs are on a roll, 36-29. And before we're even a minute and a half into the third quarter, Kirk Bebout uses a 30-second AgTegra timeout. We'll stay right here and remind you that Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. Tough start here in the second half for the Govs. Cavaliers came out with a quick bucket. 2 turnovers by the Govs led to 2 buckets after that. Opening basket by the Cavs. And it's been a 7-0 run here to start the third quarter. Great crowd on hand here tonight. With the boys' team over 3 hours away, most of the Govs faithful found their way here into Riggs High Gym, trying to get their team to another win. And here's another turnover by the Govs. And a quick shot by Altenberg goes down for 2. Richter trying to feed it into Larson. It went through her hands right into the waiting hands of Altenberg. And now it's a 9-0 run here to start the third quarter. Richter gets the pass, knifing through defenders, gets across midcourt, gives it up to Taylor. Cross-court pass to Dupree. Dupree back to Richter. Richter back to Dupree, and now back to Richter. Goes inside for Soma. Soma tries to feed it to Larson, and it's stolen away again. That time, Altenberg. Jefferson back to work. Altenberg wants another 3. That's off the mark, but a fortuitous bounce right inside to Peyton Kroll. She is blocked down low by Soma. Soma gets the block and the rebound. I don't know if you can call it a rebound at that point. We'll call it a steal after the block, and she gets fouled. So Soma checking out here with 5:48 to play in the third quarter. As I mentioned, the Govs have gotten looks from outside, but they've been way outside. Haven't been able to knock down many. Here's Dupree going coast to coast. She kind of takes it in there a little bit out of control, misses the layup. And here's the Cavs coming back the other way. Nice pass from Altenberg inside to Abby Horner. And the points continue to come for the Cavs. 40-29, now an 11-point lead for Sioux Falls Jefferson. And another steal by the Cavaliers. This time, Silvernail. Altenberg across midcourt. Spinning as she's worked on by Richter. Gives it up to Silvernail. Silvernail back to Altenberg. Thought about a 3. Now steps inside the arc. Loses the dribble. And now a fight for the loose ball. And it's a alternating possession. See which way the possession arrow favors this time. They're going to say it favors the Govs. You know, I got to wait because every time it seems I look down at the possession arrow, they've already switched it over. And I get enough stuff wrong. I don't want to get that wrong, too. Here come the Govs back on offense. Dupree way outside the top of the arc. Gives up to Larson on the left side wing and gives it back to Lennox. Lennox over to Larson. Larson heaves a 3 and knocks it down. Boy, do the Govs need that. Second 3 of the ball game for Emery Larson. That one was closer to the arc. More of your traditional three-pointer taken. Gracelyn Taylor now hassling Abby Horner, and she's going to be called for the foul. Student section working. And the official there, Genevieve Belmont Osborne. And now a conversation ensues between the two officials. And now we're going to get a timeout taken by the Cavaliers and John Taylor.
Win. You get all the benefits of a great debit card, and our local school district get the support they need. Visit our friendly bankers at 700 East Sioux Avenue today to sign up and make a difference with every swipe. American Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
After the Agtegra timeout, Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. Well, Brian Oakland let us know it's 44-28 at the half in the boys' game. Says the Cavs are shooting 72%. There was another word in there that I won't use on air because we are family friendly. I think Brian Oakland is stunned by how great the shooting from the Cavs has been in Sioux Falls, and the Cavs shooting equally as sharp here in Pierre. Here's Gracelyn Taylor getting a rebound after a missed shot by the Cavs out of the Agtegra timeout. Richter gives up to Larson on the right side wing. Off to Olsen now. Swings to Dupree. Dupree fakes a three. Now steps back to her right. Heaves another three. That's no good off the iron. And now under 4 minutes to play, trailing by 8. Are the Govs back on defense? Here's a three from Silvernail. That's no good, but right underneath the basket was Addison Warkey all alone. And she's got the easiest 2-point bucket she'll have all season long. Govs beat the press, get it up to Emery Larson. She puts up a short 8-foot shot, rattles out. Molly Olsen working hard, down to the floor, spits it out. Now here's a three from Taylor, and Graceland Taylor drops it in. Her third three-pointer of the game, 42-35, Govs trailing, but they're answering the Cavs offense. Altenberg takes it down, does it all herself, pulls up with the left hand from the free throw line, gets it to roll in. Govs back to work, beating the press. Here's Graceland Taylor dribbling up with the left hand. Kicks to Olsen in the corner. Wide open three-pointer, just a bit too long. Rebounded by Altenberg. Altenberg back the other way. Surveying the defense, loses the handle as she goes down low along the baseline, and Graceland Taylor was there to field it. That's the only blemish from Altenberg's game tonight. She has been near perfect. Richter swinging to Taylor, now feeding Dupree right in the middle of the paint. Dupree spinning, kicks out to Larson. Larson heaves a three. That's no good. Richter ran a little bit too far underneath it, couldn't get the rebound. Cavs have numbers, and a pump fake gets Emery Larson off her feet, and Macy Bryant finishes it for the layup. Timeout called on the floor. It'll be a 6. KGFX.
I can't find a way to get my full group to one spot without taking all these cars. You haven't heard of Denwall Transportation? They have luxury seating buses with air conditioning, outlets to charge your phone, and other must-haves for traveling. Whoa, no way! Yeah, you should check them out. Where can I find them? You can follow them on Facebook or denwalltransportation.com, or hey, let's give them a call at 605-532-3836. Denwall Transportation, let us do the driving.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
Back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union press box.
Out of the Ag Tegra timeout, 2:29 to play here in the third quarter. Govs trailing 46-35. It's been an onslaught of turnovers, and here's another one given away by the Govs, this time picked off by Abby Horner. Abby Horner loses it for the moment. It's picked up nicely by Warnke. She puts it off the back iron, no good. Stays with the Cavs on the offensive rebound. Altenberg handing off to Horner. Ball moving around the outside of the arc. Here's an Alea Johnson three. That's no good, and that's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say off the Cavs, and head coach Shantava Pruitt can't believe it, but she gets back to work coaching. And, for Shantava Pruitt, she has got to, probably feel a little bit unfortunate sitting at 9-9 on the season. And you got to take that with a grain of salt, just simply because of how good Region AA is. But, and by the way, we are in a timeout right now. They called one quickly. They're on the floor. But we're going to stay here during the Ag Tegra timeout. For Shantava Pruitt, you've got one senior on this roster, and that's Peyton Kroll. The rest are juniors and sophomores. And one of those sophomores is Brinley Altenberg. So if you're Shantava Pruitt, for the head coach of the Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers, you've got to be thrilled with what the future of this program can hold. And I got to say, I know how good O'Gorman is historically as a program, but this Cavaliers team, I want to look out for them next year. Similarly with this Govs team, they are going to lose a lot of seniors, losing Graceland Taylor, losing Grace Richter, losing Soma, losing Lennox Dupree. But they too have a lot of great talent coming up the pipeline as well. Nothing but good to come here in Region AA for high school girls basketball. All right, out of the Ag Tegra timeout. Still an 11-point lead for the Cavs. 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Press back on for the Cavs. Govs haven't had a ton of issues with it, but they have turned the ball over a little bit more than we're used to seeing. They get this one across midcourt. Graceland Taylor finds herself open for a three-pointer, and she knocks it down. Graceland Taylor is red hot from the outside. She's got 12 points, all of which come from outside the arc. Cavs back to work on offense. Govs trailing down. Now they get their defensive placement. Here comes a drive from Abby Horner. Great defense from Addison Soma. Forces a blocked shot. And it's rebounded by Taylor. Addison Soma just stood her ground right there on the far side block. Had her feet planted. Great job defensively. Govs coming back to work, now trailing by 8. Graceland Taylor wants to cut into that with a 3. Can't hit. Richter with a strong rebound. Feeds it inside for Soma. What a block inside. But they're going to say it was a foul on Alea Johnson. And Shantava Pruitt can't believe it. She almost turned around and ran to the far end of her bench after that call. And I share the sentiment with head coach Pruitt down there. That looks like a lot of ball, but Addison Soma will take the free throws, going through her regular rhythm, and knocks down the first. Altenberg back into the game for the Cavaliers. Can't imagine she spends too much time on the bench for Shantava Pruitt, especially in a tight game like this. Addison Soma knocking down the second free throw. 6-point ball game. Under a minute to play in the third quarter, setting up for a thrilling fourth and final. Abby Horner giving up to Silvernail. Deep 3 from Altenberg is no good. Rebounded by Dupree. Dupree trying to beat the trap down low. Finally able to get away from it. Gets it up to Emery Larson. Govs have numbers. Here's a Richter drive. Feed through for Soma. Soma lays it in for 2. Great eyes of Grace Richter. Strong finish for Addison Soma. And just like that, it's back to a 4-point deficit. 46-42 on the Wegner Auto scoreboard. Shot clock is shut off. 16 seconds to play in the third. Altenberg traversing around the outside of the arc. Gets it back from Horner. Dribbling to her right. Outside the top of the key. Horner's got it. Driving down in the lane. Sidestep. She's fouled by Soma and gets the shot to go. 4.4 seconds remaining, and Abby Horner with a great focus shot there. Soma with the contact as Horner was moving off to her right side in the paint. She got the foul and just threw it up right through the box on the glass. Got it to go. She completes the 3-point play with the made free throw. And with 2 seconds left, Dupree heaves a deep 3, and it's just a bit short. Well, folks, we've got a very exciting fourth quarter setting up here. 49-42. The Cavs are in front, but the Govs going to try to cut back and come back for the win when we come back in 1 minute on KGFX. Don't go anywhere.
Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service. No hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union press box.
This year, the Cavs lead 49-42, high-scoring ball game as we expected it to be. There's been some careless play with the basketball, but you got to credit that to the great defense of both sides. Altenberg has 17 points, as does Abby Horner for the Cavaliers. Graceland Taylor with 12, leading the Govs. Cavs get back to work. Silvernail swinging it around. Here's Horner, who sidesteps the defender and finds her 19th points of the ballgame. 51-42. Molly Olson into the game, gets the long pass ahead from Dupree, now gives it right back. Dupree swings to Taylor. Taylor thought about three. Now curls around the defender. Richter gives to Dupree. Nice feed from Dupree inside for Olson. Can't hit the layup. Dupree gets the batted ball. She is fouled. Couldn't get the shot to go, but she'll have a chance to cut into this 9-point deficit with 2 free throws. Addison Warnke called for the foul on that play. Dupree with just 7 points. Place goes quiet as Dupree can't hit the first free throw, does a 180 around the rim and hops out. She'll try to go 1 for 2 here. Make this an 8-point game. Second free throw on the way, short, and ricochets off to the left. 0 for 2. Very uncharacteristic play from Lennox Dupree. Here's a quick drive back the other way. Up an errant shot, but the rebound pulled down by Silvernail, and now a jump ball is called, much to the dismay of the Cavalier fans that made their way from Sioux Falls. They thought there was a foul there. Possession arrow favoring the Govs. They'll take it. Richter gets it in. Side pass through. Nice pass up ahead by Dupree. Gets it up to Olson. Govs now settling in on offense. Long cross-court pass for Richter, who attempts her first 3 of the game, and she's shooting 100% from outside. Big 3 made. 6-point deficit now. 51-45. Here's a drive and now a kick out to Horner. Horner with a nice feed inside and a foul on Lennox Dupree. And as Silvernail went up for the shot, gorgeous feed inside for Horner. Found Taylor Silvernail wide open underneath. Lennox Dupree trying to make up for the lost space. Came in, did get the block, but made contact on the wrist. So the first free throw for Silvernail is up, and that will bounce through. 6:42 to play here in the ball game. Govs can open up quickly when they can start knocking down some deep shots. And the second free throw is up and no good. So that benefits the Govs. Lennox Dupree got the rebound. Graceland Taylor's got it here across midcourt, picks up the dribble. Ball moving around the outside of the arc. Here's a Larson 3. That's no good. Fighting for the rebound, and it's won by Taylor. Good job by Molly Olson deflecting it out to an area Graceland Taylor could get it. Now a swing to Taylor. She wants 3. That's off the back iron, no good, but another strong bounce finds its way to a Gov. Dupree just inside the free throw line. She knocks it down. Tell you, Lennox Dupree may not have her best games these past couple weeks, but she hits shots when it really matters. And in a fourth quarter when you're trailing, they need Dupree to hit buckets just like that. 52-47. Govs looking for a stop. Inside, here's another tie-up. And a good job by Dupree getting the hands on the ball with Taylor Silvernail wrapped around it as well. Possession arrow favors the Cavs. Waltenberg will do the inbounding here for Sioux Falls Jefferson. Altenberg looking, gets it quickly into Johnson. Johnson feeds it inside for Altenberg. It's ripped away by Richter. Pass up to Dupree. She thought about driving. Pinwheels now finds Larson wide open on the wing, and that missed everything. Good defense by Altenberg, covering and contesting that shot by Larson. Rarely do you see Larson off the mark like that. Cavs back to work. Here's a 3 from Johnson. That doesn't take the friendly roll, but the rebound by the Cavs, and now we got a foul down low. Waiting for the signal. They're going to say that was on Larson. That's Larson's second. The only Gov in real foul trouble right now is Molly Olson. She's got 3. First free throw is up and no good for Abby Horner. So the most that can come out of this trip to the line is further the lead, but it will stay 2 possessions as Horner knocks down the second. And so 20th points of the ballgame. There's a long pass ahead from Taylor to Emery Larson. Grayson's got it on the far side wing, gives back up to Larson at the top. Swing to Richter in the near side corner. Richter with a gorgeous pass to Dupree in the paint, and Dupree with nobody in front of her gets her second straight basket for the Govs. 4-point ball game. Cavs back to work. Peyton Kroll driving, trying to split it through, and that's going to be a travel against Silvernail. Nice job by Lennox Dupree getting out to set her feet in front of Taylor Silvernail and force her to take the extra step. Well, Haley Hansen and I had a photo finish last night in Lyman. We're shaping up for the same thing here tonight. How did we get so lucky with these great games? I don't know. Here's the Govs back to work on offense. Gracelyn Taylor thought about a very deep three, but now feeds it inside for Lennox Dupree. And now a light reach-in foul called against Alea Johnson. That's Alea Johnson's third foul. Second team foul for the Cavs here in the fourth quarter. Now both teams with 2. Taylor to inbound. High arching pass into a wide open Dupree for 3. No good. Dupree just a bit off the mark. Altenberg with the rebound. Now dribbling up with the left hand, picked up by Larson. Defenders switching. Cross-court pass over to Kroll. Kroll right back to the near side for Johnson. Johnson gives off to Altenberg. Altenberg dribbles out of the lane. Now draws it back. 14 on the shot clock for the Cavs. Cubs looking for another steal. Active hands trying to force one. Here's a pass to the corner for a Peyton Kroll 3, and she knocks it down. Wide open for Peyton Kroll. 5 points in the ball game for Kroll, but a big basket there as we're at 4 minutes to play in the ball game. Here's a Richter pass inside for Olsen. Olsen is fouled. She couldn't get it to go for 2, but she'll try from the line. 56-49. Cavaliers out in front, and now Kirk Bebout is going to take a team timeout. It'll be a full Integra timeout, and we will take it with him. But don't go anywhere, folks. We've got a thriller. 7-point ball game with under 4 minutes to play. We'll be back in 60 seconds after this short break.
That's what matters most with the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, American Family Insurance. Our personalized insurance solutions ensure you're covered, no matter what life throws your way. From home and auto to farm, commercial, and life, we tailor policies to fit your unique needs. With our dedicated team and exceptional service, you'll have peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC.
Best of luck in today's competition to the Pierre Governors from Black Sheep Agronomy, your local agronomy experts. Black Sheep Agronomy wants you to have a successful farm plan, and they're focused on products and practices that work in this region. As community members themselves, Tyler, Tice, and Austin support area students who work hard in their school and extracurricular activities. Good luck, Governors, from Black Sheep Agronomy. Call 842-6104 for all your agronomy needs.
Stay in a
back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union press box.
Nearing the 8 o'clock hour, it is the witching hour. Here where wins become losses and losses become wins. It's a 7-point ball game, 3:56 to play. Hello, everybody. I'm Justin Cowart, Haley Hansen back in the DRG studios, Brian Menning on the camera, and Molly Olson at the line, and she knocks down the first free throw. Govs and Cavs treating this near sellout crowd to a thriller here on a Tuesday night as Olsen is perfect from the line, knocks down both, and it's a 5-point ball game, 56-51. Plenty of time for both of these teams. Altenberg up the floor. High pass back towards the middle of the floor for Silvernail. That pass over to Horner almost picked off by Richter. Here comes Horner driving, puts a shoulder into Olsen. No call either way, and now we do have a call. The official down low raised his hand, then put it down, and then decided after he put his hand down to blow the whistle. That foul will go against Gracelyn Taylor, and it will send Alea Johnson to the line. That's the third foul for Gracelyn Taylor. But Bebout really can't do anything about Gracelyn Taylor coming to the bench. She's got her as her best three-point shooter on the floor right now for the Govs. As Johnson knocks down the first free throw. Quick update from the boys game. 55-40, Cavaliers lead after 3 quarters of play. Johnson knocks down both free throws here on this end. And the lead back up to 7. And now a pass goes through the legs of Gracelyn Taylor from Grace Richter. And a little bit of annoyance, not with Richter, but just with the whole situation as a whole for Gracelyn Taylor. But she locks back in as she gets set for this defensive stand. 3:30 to play. Altenberg, guarded by Larson, swings over to Horner. Horner curling around the outside of the arc. Fed inside for Johnson. Johnson gives back to the outside. Pump faking the 3 is Kroll. Kroll drives down in the lane, puts up a right-handed floater off the mark. Gracelyn Taylor being hassled by Peyton Kroll. Now draws a foul. So now the 4th team foul for the Cavaliers. One more will put the Govs to the free throw line for the remainder of this 4th quarter. Press is on for the Cavs. Dupree will swing it into Larson. Larson, who had the dribble, didn't use it. Gets it over to Taylor, who floats it up for Olsen across midcourt. Taylor knifing through defenders, puts up the right-handed shot. No good. Dupree rips away the rebound, and she can't get the putback to go. Govs would have loved to have that basket here, but the Cavs are back with it on offense, still leading by 7. Altenberg guarded by Larson. Fed inside for Johnson. Kicked out for Horner. Horner pump fakes a 3. Grace Richter trying to cover, fouls Horner, and she gets the layup to go, and she'll be able to make this a 3-point play, and she can knock down this free throw. That's the 2nd foul for Grace Richter. Now Horner looks to make this a double-digit lead with 2:34 to play. She knocks down the free throw. And now there's some confusion here. She made the free throw, but nobody moved. But it was an and 1, so now seemingly the only 2 people that knew that was an and 1 were Kirk Bebout and Abby Horner. So the 3-point play is complete. And the Govs back to work, trailing by 10. Gotta find a bucket. Feel like you got to find it on this possession. There's a kick to Larson. Larson thought about 3, but a good job of coverage by Silvernair. Now Larson heaves the 3. That one rattles in and out. Rebounded by Altenberg, and now we creep up on 2 minutes to play. And it'll be interesting to see how Kirk Bebout wants to play out these final 2 minutes. Here's a feed inside. Strong take by Aaliyah Johnson, and she finishes it for 2. And the Cavs can taste the victory, looking to get their 10th win on the season. Taylor swings it across court, far side for Richter. 2-touch pass inside for Dupree, who knocks down the short 2. And a timeout taken by Kirk Bebout. We'll take it. 60-second timeout coming. Sponsored by Agtegra. We'll be back in 1 minute with more basketball on KGFX.
With medical clinics.
Vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at DancingSky.com.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Getting ready to
head back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union press box.
Crunch time here for the Govs. They're trailing by 10 with 1:46 to play in the 4th quarter. Cavaliers will have the possession. Govs need to get a stop here. The Altenberg inbound gets it into Horner. Trap is on by the Govs, and now a timeout taken by Shantava Pruitt. And that will be another 60-second Ag Tegra timeout. We'll stay right here for it. And remind you, Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Ag Tegra cooperative today. Lennox Dupree has found her way into double digits. She's got 13 points. Gracelyn Taylor kind of stuck in neutral with 12. She's had 4 3-pointers, but the Cavaliers have done a nice job defensively, not giving her many looks here in these final 2 quarters. It's been a great night for Abby Horner. Ridley Altenberg. Altenberg's got 17 points. Abby Horner with 23. And, Abby Horner has kind of done it in a quiet manner. Altenberg has done it, flying up and down the floor. She's been outstanding from coast to coast. Been a great defensive player as well. Abby Horner has done it without anybody looking. She's pump faked a lot of 3-pointers and been able to drive down. I think the Govs trying to shut off the 3-point valve has opened up some opportunities in the paint. And not only has Abby Horner done a nice job facilitating those baskets, she's also done a nice job facilitating passes and finding players like Aaliyah Johnson and Addison Warnke down low. So after the Ag Tegra timeout, now 1:42 on the clock. Quickly inbounded to Horner. And now a steal by Olsen. Boy, did the Govs need that. Olsen gets the steal and the bucket. So now it's an 8-point deficit. Abby Horner up with it. Long pass up ahead for Aaliyah Johnson. Can't hit the layup. And now Lennox Dupree almost saves it out of bounds, but her foot was on the baseline. And that would have been a huge swing for the Govs as we're now under 90 seconds to play. 1:25 to be exact. Molly Olsen got the steal in the basket, and they almost got a fortunate miss from the Cavs and a steal, but Dupree out of bounds. Cavs will get back to work on offense. Larson guarding Horner. Kick to Kroll. Now back to Silvernail, who finds Altenberg inside. Altenberg almost stripped. Now a left-handed layup. Easy money for Altenberg. Lays it up and in for 2, and that pass up ahead is going to go out of bounds, but off the hands of a Cavalier. And I think reality's starting to set in a little bit here around the arena. 65-55, 1:01 here left in the fourth quarter. Govs will inbound. It'll be Lennox Dupree to feed it in. Dupree looking, gets it into Larson. Larson hassled, loses the dribble, but now regains. Now finds Dupree inside, and Dupree lays it in for 2. I think the Cavs will take that 2-point basket, considering all things here. Here comes Altenberg up the floor. She is going to circle around, run around, and doesn't look like the Govs are going to foul, at least not yet. Here's Horner, who gives off to Altenberg, and now Larson will apply the foul. That's the 4th team foul, so one more will send the Cavs to the line, but 38.6 and an 8-point deficit. And I guess that was the 5th team foul, so now Altenberg will go to the line for 2. Her first free throw off the mark, no good. So that's a positive there for the Govs. Altenberg looking to make it 1 for 2 from the line, and now she's got her 20th points of the ballgame. Grace Richter down the floor. Popped a little bit. Can't hit the shot. Rebound pulled in by the Cavs. Abby Horner bringing it through the floor, cutting through some defenders, and now Gracelyn Taylor will get the foul. And the Cavaliers starting to celebrate. Long trip from home. This would be a massive road win. I don't have the standings in the seeding points in front of me. I don't know, with just one game remaining, if Sioux Falls Jefferson can find themselves with another win against Aberdeen Central coming up in a position to host a home playoff game. But this will do wonders for their confidence and their momentum moving forward into the postseason. As Kroll knocks down the first free throw and makes the second as well. Lead is back to 11. Shot clock shut off. 21 seconds to play. Dupree shakes a defender and can't hit the 3. Would have been a nice highlight reel play there for Lennox Dupree. Another foul by Molly Olson. 14.7 to play. Not sure if Kirk Beebout wanted her to foul there. I think he would be fine letting the clock run out on this one. But Altenberg will get the opportunity to pad her stats a little bit further. Knocks down the first free throw. That is 21 points for Brinley Altenberg. And got to give her a lot of credit, too, defensively. She is a hounding defender, very physical, but only one foul. Played very clean. Knocks down the second 22 points for Altenberg. Here's Dupree across midcourt. Over to Taylor. Back to Dupree. Kick to the corner for Larson. Larson with a long three-pointer. Knocks it down. Good for Emery Larson. And that'll be it as the Cavaliers storm the court. Big road win for Sioux Falls Jefferson. Altenberg finishes with 22 points. We'll recap all the individual scoring for you in our Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg post-game show. Final on our Wegner Auto scoreboard. Govs go down 70-60 to the Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers. We'll be back after this short break to recap all of it. We'll take a look at some scores from around the state, and we'll look ahead at the final couple games here for the Governors coming up this week. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back right after this break. You're listening to the Family Dental of Pierre Gettysburg post-game show on KGFX and streaming DRNews.com.
The team at Family
Getting back afterwards, DJ Senix is a must before or after your travels. DJ Senix has a great selection of hot and cold snacks. They're second to none for your choice of hot or cold beverages, too. And when you're heading out, be sure to fuel up with quality from the pumps at DJ's with 3 different grades. Back late? No problem. DJ's features pay at the pump convenience 24 hours a day. DJ Senix, 507 West Sioux and Pierre. Your choice for quality service and selection.
At Dakota Behavioral Health, we offer comprehensive mental health services, including medication management. With offices in Pierre and Winter, we provide in-person and telehealth appointments to fit your schedule. Whether you're managing anxiety, depression, stress, or other concerns, our compassionate team is here to help. We are currently accepting new clients, so take the first step for better mental health today. Call Dakota Behavioral Health at 605-702-6769 or visit dakotabh.com to schedule your appointment.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Explore the 2023 Lincoln Navigator at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Every time you approach your Lincoln, you'll receive a re-carpet welcome. Twin turbocharged 3.5 V6 engine with auto start-stop technology. You'll travel confidently with technology that meets all your needs. Now you can get the 2023 Navigator for 5.9% at 72 months. Stop in to see the full vehicle lineup at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Capital City Ford in Pierre, South Dakota.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
The best way to get through winter is to start planning for spring. And Grossenberg has new Honda walk-behind self-propelled mowers in stock. 3 models to choose from, residential up to commercial grade, starting at $900. Each mower features a powerful, reliable Honda GBC 200 engine, cruise control, and roto-stop technology that allows you to step away from the mower without stopping the engine. Get ready for spring with a new Honda mower from Grossenberg. Stop by one of our 9 locations today or go to grossenberg.com for more details.
Advertising back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union press box.
Welcome into the Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg post-game show. Hello, everybody. I'm Justin Coward. Tough loss to the very good Sioux Falls Jefferson team. And, like I said, 9-9 record now, 10-9 for the Cavaliers. And you got to take those records in Region AA with a grain of salt. Any team at 500, it's just such supreme talent up at this level. And you can see that when you watch the Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers play. Let's take a look at some individual scoring from tonight's game. 2 players finishing in double digits for the Govs. As Emery Larson finished with 9. The 2 players in double digits for Pierre tonight were Lennox Dupree, who finished unofficially with 15 points. She got her shot going inside there late in the game. A little bit too late, though. Some great defense from the Cavaliers. She also hit a shot from outside. Molly Olson had another nice game coming off the bench for the Govs. She is such a valuable player and is going to be such a fun player to watch moving forward, not only the rest of this season into the postseason, but in years to come. She finished with a 3-pointer and 2 made free throws and 7 points unofficially for Molly Olson. Gracelyn Taylor with 12 points, hit 4 big threes, but the Cavaliers just kind of shut off the Gracelyn Taylor valve there late in the game. She wasn't able to get much going after that, but I'll tell you, when she got open looks, she was knocking them down, and the Govs are going to need that as they move into postseason play. Grace Richter finished with 6 points on the inside. On the Cavaliers end of things, it was Abby Horner with 25 points and Brintley Altenberg with 22. Those 2 were just dominant all night long. 2 very fun players to watch. And I gotta say, Shantava Pruitt has done a really good job with this team, especially late in the season. This team is coming off of a couple tough losses. They played a great Marshall team, but they beat Sioux Falls Lincoln in their last game, and then they just beat the 11-6, now 11-7 Governors here on the road. And they've got, Brintley Altenberg, just a sophomore. Abby Horner, just a junior. Taylor Silvernail, who had a nice night defensively, just a sophomore. Peyton Kroll, the only senior, so only good things for this Cavalier squad moving forward. All right, folks, let's hand out a Bauman Lumber Player of the Game before we take one more real quick break. And before we do that, let's hear a word from our great friends who sponsor our Player of the Game, our friends at Bauman Lumber.
When you need building supplies, there's no need to go anywhere except to Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Bauman Lumber is locally owned and offers quality products, expert advice, free estimates, and free local delivery for large or small projects. Whether it's a home improvement project, remodel job, or all new construction, they even welcome special orders. Quality building materials and affordable prices for residential or commercial projects can be found at Bauman Lumber, 1223 Sale Barn Road, Fort Pierre, or call 223-9762.
And our Bauman Lumber Player of the Game goes to Miss Abby Horner of the Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers. Brintley Altenberg had an outstanding game for the Cavs. She kind of did it all, but it was Abby Horner who, did it quietly. And I think Brintley Altenberg has probably got plenty of Player of the Game shirts in her closet and in her dresser right now. So I think it's right that we give Abby Horner. Plus, Horner's a junior. Altenberg is a sophomore, so she's got one extra year to keep earning those Player of the Game shirts. But it was an outstanding game played by that duo as they get this 70-60 win here on the road for the Govs. Now we see some long faces coming out of the Governor's locker room, understandably, as this team has been on an outstanding run as of late. When you look back, they had won 4 games in a row leading up to this point, and this is a game that you really felt like the Governors could win. When you look back at the Mitchell game, sitting at 13-5, I think some people will look at that record and say, yeah, I think that Mitchell team is better than Sioux Falls Jefferson, but, that was a game that maybe they felt like they were losing there towards the end against Mitchell. They were up, I believe, at 20 points at one point in that Mitchell game, but Mitchell fought back and was able to get the win. And I'm interested to see, I'm wondering what Kirk Bebout is telling his girls in that locker room right now about closing out a game, trying to find different ways to score and get points. But, this is actually, we talk to Kirk Bebout a lot, and he says, I love to get wins, but, when we do have losses, we need to pull something from those losses. And I think there will be a lot to learn from tonight's loss, especially as you are going to get into the postseason and face a lot of similar teams. Heck, you might even face this Sioux Falls Jefferson team again in the first round of the playoffs. You never know with how the seeding points work out. I mean, the Govs were just sitting at 6th in Region AA, and they didn't even play a game and dropped down to 7th. So there's a lot that can happen in the midst of postseason seeding. So it'll be interesting to see how it all works out. All right, folks, we're going to take one more short break. When we come back, we'll take a look at some scores from around the state, and we'll take a look at the upcoming games in the postseason, let you know our coverage schedule, and we'll get you wrapped up and out of here on this Tuesday night. We'll be back right after this short break. You're listening to the Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg postgame show on KGFX.
Dakota Storm.
Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Todd Sandel today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Welcome back to the
There's things to be learned in losses. And, looking at that 9-9 record for Sioux Falls Jefferson, that's not a team with a 9-9 record in this Region AA. Always tough basketball. Can you just give us kind of your take on what tonight's game looks like from your end down on the floor?
I don't know. I'd probably have to watch some tape and process it fully.
Sure.
But, well, I mean, I thought we came out feeling pretty good. Obviously, when you hit some shots, sometimes that can be fool's gold a little bit. Hit some shots and then you kind of settle for some. I thought maybe we could have kept getting some better look, or, I don't know, maybe probed a little bit more than settle for some early ones when the shots weren't falling. I mean, end of the day, we kind of rely on Lennox and Emery to knock down some shots, and they weren't going down as much as they usually do tonight. But credit to our girls, even, despite that, I thought we were in a good spot. But so, and then we got a little bit, we had a little lead in the second quarter, and then we got in some foul trouble and kind of mucked things up, and they kind of made a little run on us to end the half, and which is fine because we could win in, we went in tied. But I don't know, we just had a lot of breakdowns, honestly. Like our defense was breaking down, and then our against the press, we're just kind of chucking the ball over the place at times, uncharacteristically. But yeah, like you said, Jefferson's a good team, and they present problems, and they can score the basketball. They got some skilled players that play a lot of basketball. So I mean, they're definitely a dangerous team, and we weren't surprised by what they brought today. They just made a few more plays than we did. I thought we made a nice little run there. We didn't go away, and we had a chance. We got it down to 4, and then we just couldn't get over the top there.
Yeah, it felt like there were some shots being taken. It felt like that the Cavs were going to let you guys take those deep threes and say, you know what, if they make them, so be it. More power to them. But enough with this game. Let's look ahead to Friday as you guys hit the road and take on Sioux Falls Roosevelt, sitting at 7-11. What's going to be the message to your team about staying focused, closing out the regular season strong, because there is so much to play for in these next two games, especially getting a game in this building right here.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, every game is, just forget about seeding or whatever. I mean, obviously that stuff is important, but it's just an opportunity to play basketball. We only have a little bit of time left, so you got to cherish every single opportunity that you get to step out on a basketball court and compete. So, yeah, I mean, we'll keep putting everything in it. I mean, it's a loss. We lost before. It's not like it's we know how to bounce back. We just be tough, and you wake up the next day and you work just as hard. I mean,
that's the way it rolls.
Absolutely, Coach. And one final question for you. You know, this is a very good kind of insight into what you'll likely see coming up in the postseason. Heck, you might even see the Sioux Falls Jefferson team again. Is this a game that you feel like, okay, we saw the kind of opponents and kind of talent that we're going to be playing come postseason time? Is this a good learning lesson for your girls?
Oh, yeah. I mean, no matter who we play, we're going to play somebody good, whether it's at home, on the road. I mean, it's going to be we're going to have to work really hard, and we're going to have to play well to win. So I think right now the biggest goal is just we want to play well. We want to shore up things on defense, and we want to sharpen up things on offense, and we want to be playing well. That's the biggest thing. The biggest thing isn't like who you're playing, where you're playing, all that kind of stuff. It's, are you playing good basketball? I mean, if you want to win state championship, you're going to have to beat everybody, right? So the most important thing is just playing your best basketball. Now, just because you lost the game doesn't mean that you can't fix some things. And I mean, I think we've been playing some pretty good basketball. So
absolutely.
A couple hiccups in there, and like I said, we'll get back to work and keep getting better.
It's not about if you get hot, it's about when you get hot. We'll see you on Friday, Coach. Thank you so much for your time.
You bet. Appreciate it.
All right, big thanks to head coach Kirk Bebout for giving us some time after the loss. 60-70 was the final score. Quickly, let's take a look around the state at some other scores from Region AA. Brandon Valley beat Mitchell 60-34. Of course, we mentioned O'Gorman beat Huron earlier today, 63-36. Sioux Falls, Roosevelt, and Aberdeen Central in crunch time in a close one. Roosevelt leading 48-43, 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Washington beat T-Area 70-33. Sturgis Brown leading Douglas 41-11 with 2 minutes left in the third. That completes the scores on the girls' side from Region AA. On the boys' side, Roosevelt beat Aberdeen Central 66-50. T-Area beat Sioux Falls Washington in a close one at 54-49. Sioux Falls Jefferson, that one went final on the road against our boys team from Pierre, 78-64. The Govs fall in both games against Jefferson tonight. O'Gorman leading Huron 28-27 after the first half of play. And, of course, check in on drgnews.com/sports tomorrow morning. We'll have all the scores for you from around the state. Well, we want to give a big thanks to all of our great friends who made broadcasting Pierre Governor basketball and regional high school basketball possible tonight on KGFX. Our friends from Bank West, Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, Superior Concrete, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, Ranky Gray Wealth Management, Amera Orthopedics, Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Dakota Mark, Princess Health, Liliana, TMA, Avera Health, Graham Tire, First Dakota National Bank, Slumberland Furniture and Pier, American Bank and Trust, Pier Regional Airport, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Ramkota Hotel, Xander Auto Parts, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Birding Electric, Bauman Lumber, Wegner Auto, Kathy's Sun and Shine Properties, and Black Hills Federal Credit Union. Well, folks, big thanks to Brian Menning on the camera tonight. Big thanks to Haley Hansen back at PRG Media Group World Headquarters. A big thanks to Bauman Lumber being our sports video sponsor and Venture Communications being our KGFX sports sponsor. And on your way home from the game, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds you to think twice. Slow down in case of ice. You've got someplace to be. Don't forget to download the DRG News app to make your listening experience much more streamlined and much more enjoyable. Well, we'll have a couple days off, but we'll be on the road against Sioux Falls Roosevelt Friday night. We'll have all the coverage for you right here on KGFX. I'm Justin Coward, thanking you for listening to tonight's broadcast. Have a great evening. We'll see you Friday night.